Yeah, they call him KP. Born fire, born pressure. A Laotian storm that the world couldn't measure. Came from the Mekong with survival in his veins. Turned every broken moment into iron in his frame. Refugee roots with the king's ambition. Learned early how to move with deadly
Hey, what's up,
precision.
folks? Welcome
Life hit
to
hard, but he hit
Being
back
Loud
twice.
with
A man
KP.
loud,
I'm
he
your
called
host, the
like
man
ice,
Laotian,
silver
being all
spoon
things sexy
in
and
his
spicy
hand.
as always. Thank you for tuning in. Hope everyone's having a great weekend so far. What a wonderful day it has been. We are looking forward to April pretty soon. Can you believe that we are already getting close to April, and March is near the end? Lots of great things is happening as we are moving towards this month. I appreciate everyone's been tuning in. I appreciate everyone's been following. Make sure you guys, follow me on this Being Loud. I don't know what to call podcast or conversation. Like, more conversation sounds a lot better than that, because everybody has a podcast, one way or the other. But I appreciate everyone's following me. You know what's happening. There's a lot of great things happening so far this coming month and week and so forth. There's a whole new productions being started on April 1st. It's going to be shot here in the Central Valley. I'm so happy to be part of it. It's a faith-based film that is being shot here directly here as well too. So there's going to be a phenomenal. I know my friend Jennifer Tadlock started her shoot in Kentucky. Best wishes and luck to her as well too. So we're gonna move forward with that direction. I know there's a lot of things happening, especially this coming month, guys. A lot of the events that are happening. I love to share with you guys. I'm a very big part of those journeys. Of course, on April 18th at Mono-Win Casino, they have big dog bare knuckle fighting. If you are in a combative sport, that you love boxing, you love action, what a great way to go check them out, guys. April 18th at Mono-Win Casino. It's gonna be a gladiator of gladiator. It's so much fun shooting these guys and interviewing them. But looking forward to the event as well too. I've been to a lot of combative sports throughout my career, covering a lot of different fights, big fights, and interviewing, press conferences from Top Rank to the Zones, from all this amazing Combate America, and plus other great combative sport as well across the United States. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys about many things, but this is Being Loud means being heard. We talk about a lot of discussion. I also want to say thank you so much to Marcel Nunes, who I got a chance to hang out over this weekend. A little bit, of course, a little scotch doesn't goes a long way. Having a conversation. Smart. I want to say Marcel is a founder of, because they call him the godfather of the Rogue Festival. If you guys don't know what the Rogue Festival is an annual event that's happening here annually every year in the Central Valley. One of the biggest festival, independent artist festival. It's already, this year has been the 25th anniversary, so they just completed their event that runs 2 weeks, a week in the Tower District area of Fresno, usually somewhere in March. And usually you start, submitting early to get your slot. Of course, they're off Rogue as well too. I've got to say, Marcel has done a phenomenal job in doing it. Even though he is no longer running the Rogue, but he somehow has set it up. But what a great knowledge. He's, like I said, he's a plethora of knowledge. I've worked with him for many, many years as a phenomenal a playwright and screenwriter as well too. I've met Marcel many years since I was high school and the colleges. And when I was came back from LA, I got a chance to do his play called The Cinderella Story, which he wrote, and he was a playwright at the house. It used to be the Fresno Children's Playhouse in downtown Fresno. Now they don't longer exist there now anymore. It's kind of sad, very, very sad to see some of the arts it's been established a long time has gone away. I know Gordon Godey, who is the artistic director of the Theater 3, used to be the artistic director of the Children's Playhouse. Gordon Godey, rest in peace. Gordon was one of my mentors who I used to work with and was my boss at Theater 3 when I was his assistant as the artistic director and working some of the production at the Theater 3. I've done some amazing stuff there. I've come a long line of theater. I know that this week has been mentioned about the World Theater, so I want to acknowledge that I was involved in Theater 3 a long time ago, and one of the biggest productions I ever done there was Butterfly. If you know M. Butterfly by Henry David Wang, that was a very, 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 very challenging role to portray and to keep it authentic. And the first time I ever done, those kind of style. But it taught me a lot. Gordon taught me a lot of things about the theaters, about the work, the text, about sceneries and running a theater. I do appreciate that man, and who's been a good mentor and a good friend throughout the years. And he has passed away now, but he still kept a lot of legacy moving forward. And a lot of the folks that came out of the Theater 3 Repertory Theater Company are still acting and are still involved in the community, and I am still connected to them because of those connections that we've had through the theater. I've gone on, like I said, I've done so many plays, it's been so many years that every 5 years or so, I'd get the itch to go back to doing live performances. And I know some people are asking, KP, you should be when are you going to back on stage again? It's going to be pretty soon, I know. I'm hopefully going to be working on my one-man show again, bring it back, revamp it a little bit, but, make it more sexy and spicy in life. But I love being back on stage, so that's what's happening. But also, you guys, please support your local theater, wherever you guys are at, support them. I think it's phenomenal. I always tell the actors that I work with and train that, you have to try at least get on stage once to understand the process, the developments, the hard work, the fundamental of acting, and then you can do whatever you want afterwards. So, but I am a working professional actor living here in the Central Valley, and I've done several series and production, but I also, when I'm not acting in front of the camera, I'm working behind the camera, working production. In fact, right now, I'm also working on very different project development, short films, feature films, and just helping other people out as well too. But that's not only thing I want to talk about. I want to talk about life. Life is a very important thing. A lot of people know that I am originally from Laos, born in Laos as a refugee from Laos, came during the Vietnam War area. But I don't talk too much about it because that was, it was then. This is now. When we move forward, as we built a life here, we've been here about 40 plus years, 50 years now actually, since the war, and I continue on developing. I want to say something that I'm so proud as an uncle. I'm going to say this, guys. I'm proud as an uncle, not just as an uncle, but as a dad too. But I'm so proud of uncle of my nephews and nieces. One of my nephew is playing a semi-professional league right now for the Monterey. And he's an amazing kid. He's just going to be graduating high school, and he's the tallest one in our family. Santi, I'm very proud of you and what he's done, and it was happening. Of course, my niece Dala just turned 21 years old as well too. Phenomenal singer. Somehow I found out that my nieces, both Gwyneth and Dala, can sing. Of course, Kaylina can sing as well too. I've heard her sing before. So that side of the family, and that family somehow kept that talent going. That talent came from my father. My dad, and he kept singing, and I love singing and gathering and continue on that tradition. And I'm, of course, in the arts entertainment, of course. But what I really want to talk about today is really focusing on, as life moves forward, about mental health, about friendships, about knowing each other, knowing where we're at in the life and the roads and the path that we are going and heading out towards to. A lot of us have met on this journey. A lot of us have many stories that we've learned from each other. To the heartaches and the pains. You cry together, we drink together, we move together. We've seen so many things in life. As we are along this path, I always tell people in my life, we've come across path for a reason, and we're going to make the best of the situation. And along the way, we're going to get to know each other. We're going to love, hate, and find the goods and bad about each other. Somehow we stick along with each other, and we want the best for each other. But along the way on this journey and this relationship of friendships and XYZ, sometimes that path divides, and sometimes that other person or you decide to go a different direction. You always want to say, if you decide to go in a direction, I wish you nothing but the best. I want the best for you. I want you to grow. I want you to achieve whatever you need to achieve. And along the way, I have to go on this journey, whether with you or without you. We always move forward, never backward. If we are going to fall, we never fall backward, but fall forward. And so as we are on this journey in our life, in our friendships, if we, and somehow along in our journey, we decide to cross path again, we smile, we acknowledge each other, and we say hello, I'm so proud of you, I'm happy for you, and we move forward, whether we connect again or not, maybe already. But that is because that already you are part of my life or each other's life, and it's important. And some of us have leave relationships in bad taste, but never carry those things with you guys. Never carry that hatred, that hurt, that whatever it is along with you, because your journey is not going to be fun. Your growth is not going to be there. You are going to be most likely poisoning your own well. You need to learn how to let that go and move forward and wish them the best ever. You don't want to ever wish bad things for people. I've had that in my life, in my relationship, in my own personal relationship as well too. I do not want to carry the hatred in my heart. I want them to know that they are worth it, that they are meaningful, that there's greatness in them in whatever they do in their life if they decided to go in that direction. But sometimes you have to stay in a distance, but support them in whatever they can and be there when they fall, but knowing that you're always going to be there no matter what the situation. And you have to put this personal XYZ aside because they are human and you love them and you support them and you want the best for them. And this is something that I've learned in my life as I've grown older. I've been hurt. I've had people come to my life who were great and then, gone different direction and had some whatever intention, whatever hatred towards me. I wish them the best. I've done business with people the same way too. We have to distance ourselves. You never want bad things. You just say, bless you, move forward. And you don't have to do business with them, but be civil, be kind. So those are things I wanted to share with you as I am moving on this journey of my life. I'm learning, guys. I'm still learning. I'm not perfect. I've never said I'm perfect. I'm never a perfect father. I'm not a perfect dad. Man. I'm not a perfect brother. I've done some stupid things in my life, and I'm learning every day to be better. But the one thing I learn each day is to love and to fall in love with life at 100,000%. And I look at life and I say, man, I am so blessed to be able to do what I do and the journey that I've gone through. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it struggles, but the joy of it at the end of the day, but the joy at the end of that road or that journey, you say, you know what? I'm at peace. I am at peace where I'm at, and I'm going to continue growing and loving and be the best version that I could be. And you have to take care of yourself. Over the weekend, I had the opportunity, not to change subject, but I had an opportunity to drive up to Sugar Pine Railroad track, way up there by narrow gauge in. I needed that. I really needed that drive and to go out to nature to see some beautiful visual nature, heading out to Yosemite and the beautiful sight. The long drive, the fresh air was peace. Was quiet because I was struggling. I've been struggling the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks or so. And I needed that space. I needed to get out because I was cooped, because I was stressed. I'm not going to lie. That was a very stressful time. And I'm still getting through it. But that drive up to Yosemite at Sugar Pine was really beautiful. Got a chance to just to suck up nature, to smell the fresh pine, man. I love that. And the air, the weather was just amazing. And that's what you need, guys. Sometimes just that little drive. If you can't afford stuff, you don't have to go out, spend a lot of stuff. Just there's things in your backyard. Just go out there, enjoy the view, enjoy the moment, and just to suck in the fresh air and be blessed. And I needed that. I needed that moment because it was clarity. It was something that I needed to settle my mind, my heart. But whatever it is, guys, mental health is very important for you. Taking time to take care of yourself is very important for you. As much as busy as we are and trying to make a living and life and XYZ, sometimes we need to stop and go out to the beach, drive out to the beach, drive out to the backyard, go out, see things we've never done, visit people we haven't visited, and to reconnect, connect. That is one of the most precious things in the world. That's one of the most richest things. That's one of the most treasured things you can find, And that's something that I've really enjoyed and brought me back a lot of memories of my early stage in my life when I was really in the dark spot. I had to leave certain space, get out, disconnect a little bit, then reconnect. And that is something that we have to do as a human being, as a people. As much as the turmoil that is happening all around us every day, we can look at, we can focus on the negativity. Some people love that drama. Some people love being in that muck. Some people just enjoy because they want to feel misery with other people. Misery people find other misery people, and they just trying to outdo each other and tell them this is what's going on. Become the victim mentality. Do not do that, guys. Do not ever do that. You are a survivor. Great things happen to you. Like I said, I appreciate you guys. This is raw, unfiltered, as I'm talking to you and sharing with you some of the information that my journey and the things that I go through in life. And hopefully we'll bring more and have a conversation with you and share with you some encouragement to you. I want to encourage you guys. Life is beautiful, people. Life is amazing when you just listen, right? When you just listen, there were a lot of people who are going to say certain things, but you are the one that's going to make the difference. You are the ones, at the end of the day, make those decisions and what you want to go with your life. And so I encourage you, make those decisions, make them firm, know where you're going. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in, Being Loud with KP. I do this every week. I want to bring you more and more encouragement story. Hopefully follow. If you want to support me, feel free to support me. I will put out some links as I continue on doing this thing every day and bring it out there to you. All right, ขอบใจมุสกันพี่น้องทั้งหลาย Mahalo to all my Ohanas out there. This is Being Loud with KP. I am your host, the Mad Laotian, keeping all things sexy and spicy. Remember to laugh, smile, and serve others with unconditional love. But most important, hey, you gotta keep it sexy and spicy. Peace out.
Let the world see. Keeping it sexy and spicy. Yeah,
No matter out your fears, wild, free. This legend ain't done its legacy. Say it again, now the man KP.
keeping it sexy and spicy.